I think you're on.
I guess.
Oh my God, what a face. I apologize for her face.
Don't be mean. My face is beautiful. That's what my mom
I have to share
says.
a mic today, so.
Yes, you do. You have to. Sharing is caring.
Sharing
oh, there it
is
is.
caring.
Oh God, no, she's getting closer.
I
Oh,
want
yeah.
to see. I can't see anyway.
I know, hang on.
All right. Well, I can hear me. You two aren't super loud, but that's okay because it's not your turn yet. There you go.
Try hearing it.
Wowie kabowie.
Can you hear Marlene and I now?
That I'm gonna find out.
You hear me talking to Barb's arm?
All right. Well, I can hear me.
Oh,
Ooh, I am loud.
Wowie kabowie.
I heard wowie kabowie. I think we're good.
Wowie kabowie.
Come on. There's the-
Good morning, everybody. We have lots of stuff for today. It's going to be great. I have a lot of tea to drink, so I didn't make any coffee, and it's freezing in here.
Way.
So, did you refresh?
I just did. Where are you? I think
Listening
I
on
got
her
it.
phone.
That's me. That's
There
me
you
talking
are.
on the phone. That's me. Can you see me?
I can see you.
Good morning. How are you today? We're extra wound up because we have a special guest today. Miss Marlene is here. Yay! So some of you know Marlene and some of you get to meet her for the first time today. Will it be the last? I don't know. We're going to see how this day goes and then we'll see what happens. But we'll get to that in a minute. We're going to do our drawings first. We're going to do our drawing and then I have just a little bit of news. Nothing crazy, and then we're going to talk about colors. So, since Marlene has never been here to do the drawing before, she asked if she could do it, and I have a feeling I already know how this is going to go. Oh, I didn't bring a pen. Shoot.
This did.
Oh, well, I brought Barb a pen. I guess she doesn't get one. I like to mark things off. So, Marlene, oh, here we go. How many names are we pulling today?
Well, being that I haven't done it before, I'm going to try to catch up to Barb.
Uh-oh.
Okay, how many?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe 6.
Okay,
Oh
we
my
can do
God.
6.
6 is okay?
Yeah, 6
I
is
am gonna
great.
do 6.
Okay.
I trained her well.
Marlene's much kinder than Barb, who pulled
I'm gonna
9
mix
names.
these up.
Yes, mix them up. We're pulling
Mix them
6
up.
names today.
Here's the first one.
First is Yvonne Thompson. Every day that I do the drawing, Yvonne says, pick me, pick me. Well, Marlene picked you, so you are welcome from Marlene. Name
right.
number 1. And remember, since it's our long day, I will post this later, and I will send you guys an email in about an hour.
Here's the second.
Name number 2, Chrissy Meehill. Awesome.
I know Chrissy.
She's local. That was not planned. It happens. We have a lot of local people in that
There you
bag.
go.
Number 3, I thought this was going to say your name. It's
thought it
Marianne
did.
Peters. If Marlene pulls her own name,
I'll put it back.
well, yeah, she'll have to put it back. No, she
Yes,
can win.
she needs to put it
Number
back.
4, Barbara Ryan. Barbara, but not you, Barbara. A different
Oh,
Barbara. I'm
that's fine.
sorry.
That's okay.
Number
I win
5. Number 5, Joe Evans. Joanne. And number 6. Drum roll. That was not a drum roll, but it was the best I could
No.
do. Karen Swingler. And thank you for not picking names I can't pronounce. I appreciate that.
Yay.
Barb really went out of her way to make sure that I couldn't pronounce anyone's names. She did that on purpose. So let's see what our 6 lucky winners have won. What did they get?
There you
What
go.
did they get? I'm afraid to look. If this says Court Club, I'm going to die. Oh, okay. 3 9x12 cork pieces. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I think
pretty
that's
good.
awesome. So that is, just to add to your stash, that's 3 Diva wallets. That's a whole bunch of stuff. So each of you will get to pick 3. So think about your color selection. I'm going to send you an email, and then you guys get to pick whatever you want. And yes, sometimes people say pick for me because I can't decide, and we're good with that too. So our drawing is done. I put that away. Good job, Marlene.
Thank you.
You did wonderful. Okay, so good morning again. As I always ask, please like and follow the page. You may share if you want to. I mentioned this last week, and I'm going to say it again. We have a lot of new followers on YouTube, and because I have a day job now that I didn't ask for, and I have a lot of time to spend on my computer, I'm caught up. Do you believe it?
I believe
am
it.
caught up. All the YouTube videos are up to date, and they're in order because I made a new I don't know what you call it. I'm tired. A new tab, whatever. And I made sure that they're all in order because it was driving me nuts. They were all over the place. So that is good. So if you are on YouTube watching this, hi, welcome. Our group has 565 members. And most of you that are already in the group, most of you that are watching have already joined, and you are one of the more original group members. Because the group is growing and because we have been getting a lot of people whose names I don't know, people who aren't as familiar with me, but I think are joining because it's a bag group and it's a sewing group, I did put a question on that has to be answered when somebody new joins. And it just basically, introduces them to So Many Creations, explains to them that, they have to post pictures with my patterns, that it's the one main rule I ask. And also, have you made one before or are you new to us? So it's just a couple of questions. Most of you did not have to answer them and you won't have to, but it is new for the group. Just because I'm glad we're growing, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows what we're about and we're not a general bag sewing group. So that was that. Let's get into the fun stuff because I know you guys are waiting. So this is what I was doing this week. I have packed 27 very full, there's a saying, but it has a curse word, so I won't say it, but it's 10 pounds of something in a 5-pound bag. You all know what that is. That's how I feel in my jeans most days. It's quarantine, I'm telling you. I have 27 scrap bags of cork. They are 2 pounds or a little bit more each. And I just want to let you guys know, because we just have a couple of rules on how this is going to work. One thing, this is what's not in the bag. When I say scraps, I think scraps. This is what you're not getting. This is little itty bitty stuff. That's not it. You are getting, I don't know where the box went, but big pieces. There is no guarantee of sizes. There's no guarantee of color or prints. There may be stuff in there that is discontinued. There might be stuff that is, that is currently selling. That's what most of it is. There is nothing subpar. There's nothing outside of cork in them. There's no vinyl. There's no crummy cork like the other cork that we talked about. It is all the stuff that we sell. Some of it might have gotten discontinued. So the pieces that are there are anything smaller that won't work for what we sell. So the smallest we sell is a 9x12, so you're not going to get a 9x12. There's some strips, there's some small pieces, there's lots of stuff in there. So if you want a bag, what you need to do, I am offering this to all of you guys that watch my videos. I'm offering it to you first. So these are not on the website, and they may not go on the website. Depends on how it goes today. So for the little pop-up type sale we're having, all I need from you is to comment that you want a scrap bag.
How many do we have?
27. You want a scrap bag and what your email is, because if you remember from the last pop-up sale, I need your email so I can send you a PayPal invoice. I will send it twice. Don't get mad at me. It's just to make sure it goes through. So I will send it once and then you will immediately get a reminder. Once they are sold out, they're gone. It takes us months to get more scraps. If they don't sell out, they will go on the website. Because I'm offering them to you first, I'm offering them to you for $28 shipped. For 2 pounds of cork, which I mentioned last week is equivalent to about 3 full-size pieces, 3 18x54s. 3 of those are actually, I wrote this down, $144. So this is $28 for a whole bunch of different sizes and colors of scraps. Once they go on the website, if they make it there, it's going to be $36. Don't worry about writing anything down.
Yeah,
I am going to go in order on Facebook. Facebook determines who was first. They put it in order. I go through all of it. Please do not yell at me if you think that you commented before somebody else. Facebook tells me if you did or didn't, and I have no way of telling. So if you want one, there's 27. You have 24 hours to pay your invoice, and if you don't pay your invoice, it's going to someone else. So
16.
Barb's counting, and I don't think these are making it on the website.
18.
Oh boy, I'm waiting. I'm going to give this a second.
18.
We're up to 18 at the moment, so I'm going to let you guys ponder that. The reason that they're already packed is because I love you guys, but I know that one of you would go, I know I'm not supposed to ask, but can I have the one that had that little piece of purple? No. No, I'm sorry. You get what you get. And trust me, there's a lot of stuff in here. I couldn't put any more in here. My husband goes, why 2 pounds? I said, because that's as much as that will fit in this bag. There's all different things, and I tried to mix it up as best as I could so you weren't just getting all the same color. So there we go. It's gone. Done. Okay. So.
Yeah, I think they're done.
I'm pretty sure we're done now. But if you still want it, comment. But I'm asking you this. If you're watching this later, tonight, tomorrow, in the future, welcome to the future, please don't comment because I guarantee you they're all gone. And if you want one, look on the website. If you don't see them there, then they are gone until we get more cork and have more scraps. So, is that good? Good?
Good.
Okay. This is Marlene's first time. I'm trying not to scare her too much. She's waiting. Okay, so.
It's the only time you'll ever find Marlene quiet.
I know, she's so quiet. We did get some new stuff in. You guys already know because I've already showed you, but just as a reminder, we did get in the full line work collection.
It's going fast.
It's going very fast. I was watching Barb cutting this morning. Some of it looks like it might be gone soon. So if you have your eye on something or you want to get a bundle, I would say do it now. If it's something I can reorder, I'll try, but I have not had good luck with reordering anything right now with Free Spirit, just because they're doing the best they can with getting fabric from overseas. So if you want it, get it now. We do have the rolls, the designer rolls. I don't remember how much they are, 40 I think, and charm packs. Charm packs, while supplies last, if you buy the full yard bundle, only the yard, not the half of the fat quarter, you get a free charm pack. And it's 13 pieces. I think it's $143 or $45, something in that range. So if you're interested, that's on there. I have to get rid of things. So I need stuff out of my way.
Come on, clean up, Marlene.
What you guys don't know behind the
life, I do
scenes
the
is that
floors.
I make a gigantic
true.
mess, and then Barb leaves me, and then I clean up the mess later.
But
And
see,
I'm usually
Marlene's
here
here.
for like an hour. But Marlene's here.
She
but
likes to clean.
No, you guys have to ship orders. We have a lot of orders to ship.
Yes, we do.
The only other new thing on the website since last week are, I'm so excited, back issues of Quilts and More. I did not order a ton of them because I know most of you already have them, but because I don't think we're leaving our houses a lot still, I did order some back issues of the spring, summer, and fall. If you missed any of my projects, you can get them. The magazine cover as well as the project is on the listing. It's right on the homepage. So if you want to get those, the new one is this one. It is out on stands tomorrow. So I'm hoping today that I'm getting the box of magazines. I did order them. So if you want to get one from me, if you can be patient for another day or so, they are coming. Which leads me to, these are not on the website yet, but I made 2 new bags of the tote that I'm going to kit because you guys love your kits. So I did one in the English Garden with the dark background that I absolutely love, and I have not used enough. It's only on 5 bag samples. And this is going to be a limited edition one. This is a fabric that we cannot get anymore. It's a canvas from Rifle Paper Company. I only have enough for 5 or 6 kits, but I'm going to put these on the website. Once this one's sold out, it's sold out. This one we have more of. And since I don't plan on going anywhere this weekend because it's snowing out. Blech. It's snowing. It's October. That's bull. But anyway, because it is snowing out and it's Halloween tomorrow, I don't plan on going anywhere, so I might make more samples and put more kits up. So I will get those. One of the other things is to go along with what we did today, we will have some other kits that I'll be working on, but we're going to get to that in just a minute. Just wanted to show you that. I did order more canvas, more Robert Kaufman Essex linens. I got some new colors, and more colors of Aurifil. We're just waiting for it all to come in, and I stocked up yesterday on interfacing. So we will have enough interfacing to get us through the rest of the apocalypse. We are good, I think. You guys are making a lot of bags, so who knows?
We're gonna have to start storing it in your car.
We are. We're gonna have to store. It's in the trunk. That one's in the front seat. Yeah, it's getting a little out of control around here, but that's okay. It is what it is.
Good.
That's good. We like buying stuff, and you like buying stuff, and it's fun. So. Before I tell you that, a quick technology minute. I have had this conversation a few times with a few of you via email, but I just want to say it just in case you didn't know. If ever something happens where I have to give you a refund, whatever the situation is, I have to refund something for some reason, and it's a glitch I cannot fix. I have no control over it. Even if I'm giving you $10 back out of your $100 order, my website will cancel your order. It's a cancellation email that you will get. It means nothing. So I just want you to know that. I always tell you in an email, but I just want you to know that. So ignore it if you ever get it. It happened earlier this week because somebody did something and I was trying to fix it. And I said, don't panic. It's not really canceled. We actually don't pay attention to the website. We ship via stamps.com. The website just, I don't know why. Partial refunds and it says you're canceled. So I have something exciting, and you guys don't know. So I've been thinking. I keep a lot of secrets. I don't. So I have been thinking about this for a while and kind of contemplating what I wanted to do for the month of November, because usually November we think of Black Friday. We do Black Friday shopping. We've got Cyber Monday. We've got all the stuff in November. The problem is this year, I'm guessing, I know I'm not, I'm guessing you guys aren't, I'm not going out on Black Friday. Not going to happen. I don't like it normal times, I'm not doing it now. And Cyber Monday, I don't want to wait that late to order my stuff. I feel like I want to get my Christmas shopping started in the next week or so. And if I'm going to make stuff, I need to start making it. So I decided, and I have never done this before, ever, because I don't do a lot of sales. I decided to have a sale the entire month of November. The whole month, the 1st through the 30th. Yes, they are as shocked as you are. And I am telling you this now because you lovely people who watch me every single week, you can start shopping today if you want because the coupon codes are already valid. But they're not on the website because I'm telling you, I'm not uploading this until Sunday. So you get 2 extra days if you want to shop. If you want to save 10% off of any order up to $99, you're going to use code HOLIDAY10. Pretty easy. If you want to save 15% on orders $100 and over, you're going to use code HOLIDAY15. I'm going to ask you to do me 2 favors. I don't ask you to do a lot, but I'm going to ask you, please. Please do not apply either coupon to Cork Club. Cork Club is already a discounted program. Please do not use coupons towards that. It's already, whenever we do a club or we do anything special, it already has a discount applied to it. So please, if you do, I'm going to refund you and you're going to have to start over again. Just because in order to do it the way I wanted to do it, I can't exclude that item. Weebly, if you're watching, could you maybe help me out with that for the future? It's not going to work on gift cards either. So that's fine. But also, second favor, if you are in such a hurry and so excited to put your order in and you forget to put your coupon code in, please don't email me. I have to leave that part up to you. So my part is to give you a 30 days of discounts. Your part is to remember to put in your code. I get a lot of emails, it happens, and people say, I forgot, can you put it in for me? It causes a hassle, and again, we go through that whole refund thing and the cancellation and the panic and all that.
They just want to make sure line work is included.
Line work is included.
Yeah.
So if you're waiting on it and you want that free charm pack, those charms were going down, down, down. So get on it. So again, Holiday 10 up to $99, Holiday 15, $100 and over. Yes.
If they place an order today already this morning, can they still apply it?
I just uploaded the coupon code today. Whoever it is, can you please send me an email? I don't really want to. I'm not going to address that right here. But send me an email and we'll talk. Okay. But from here on out, up until November 30th, you have to apply the coupon code. Okay.
11:18 Eastern Standard Time.
11:18 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you, Barb. So. On Sunday, I will probably post this on Facebook, and I will put it on the website, on the homepage of the website. For everybody that doesn't watch our videos, you're missing out. You really need to watch us, but you don't want to, and that's fine. I understand. So, there you go. So the last thing before we get into color stuff is our get to know me question, our last get to know me question of October. And they never know what it is. Marlene never knows because she's not here. And Barb never knows because I never tell her. So it's kind of a generic one. It's not.
Sometimes it is.
It's not. It's okay. It's kind of a fun one. It's kind of generic. You can put in whatever you want to say. Some of you have wonderful stories and I love hearing that, and some of you don't, and that's totally fine. So because tomorrow is Halloween, I want to know, what kind of Halloween costume person are you? And you can interpret that in so many ways. And what I mean by it is, because it's snowing today, which I think is baloney, it cannot snow before well, Thanksgiving would be great. Before Halloween. I just think that's wrong. I think November 1st, you can snow. October 30th, that's just wrong. Because this has been my entire life and my whole childhood, I have very vivid memories of getting ready and putting on my costume and being so excited, and my grandmother going, wait, you need to put your coat on.
Put your coat over it.
Which is the most annoying thing ever because you're so excited. And as a child of the 80s, our costumes were not extravagant. I did not have homemade costumes, ever. And that's fine. That was my grandmother's choice. She didn't want to make costumes for me, but we always had those ponchos, for lack of a better word, and a plastic mask. Who knew this would be my future too? But when all you have on is this and a winter coat, no one knows what you are. And I can remember crying so many times, but they won't know what my costume is. And she was like, it's cold, put your coat on. So if we had a Halloween, I'm so confused in the holidays. If we had a Halloween that was warm out and I didn't have to wear a coat, that was like the best Halloween ever. I was like, everyone can see my costume. As an adult, I don't get to dress up much because my husband doesn't like Halloween, and dressing up by yourself in your house is just weird. So I don't. So you guys dress up? Did you make costumes for the kids? Like whatever you want to throw in. I just want to talk about Halloween costumes.
I made costumes for my kids.
You did?
I did. I made one year they were Tweety Bird and Sylvester the Cat.
Surprise, surprise.
Tweety Bird and Sylvester. I love it. I used to watch that all the time. So like every year? Most years?
Most years. One year I made one of them, they were a slice of pizza, and I put like pepperoni on it. And
come on, a slice of pizza. That's awesome.
My nice Italian friend here.
And now Barb's like, no.
My son used to go as like a hobo, put on ripped jeans and an old t-shirt.
My cousins were hobos a lot because it was just the easiest thing when there were a lot of kids.
I dressed up the dog a couple times, like with a ruffled
still
collar,
yes,
to go with the kids.
Come on,
I did dress up my dogs.
Yeah, I do.
I haven't dressed them up in a while, but the last time I dressed them up, one of them was a hot dog.
Well, that's original.
Zoe was the devil, and she is the devil, but it was amazing. She loved her costume. She had a cape and a tail, and she loved it. And I forget, the other one was a duck. They were not as amused as I was. So if you want to tell us about your costumes, if you watched yesterday in the log cabin video, I did go all out because I wanted to. And I was, may I for just a second? Just a second. I was supposed to be a witch, but I don't know if it translated because my hat would not fit over my wig. My head was too big and the hat would not stay on. So I ended up wearing a little hat, and it was Pat's mom got it at a thrift sale. So, and this one, you can also be a beekeeper if you're interested, or a widow. It's a versatile hat. I'm just saying. So Marlene's wearing the hat now because Marlene loves purple, and I'm letting her have my hat, and it goes with her shirt. So, okay, let's talk about color. This is a topic that I love talking about, but I have avoided it with you guys for a while for one important reason, and that is I feel like I don't have as much wisdom to share as far as bag making, color selection goes, because you don't pick as many. When you're picking a quilt, there's a lot more to think about because there's a lot more fabric opportunities. So I've been wanting to do this, but also kind of avoiding it. And then you guys kept asking and politely nudging. And I was like, you know what? Let's do it, because I can always find something to talk about, as Marlene and Barb will tell you. So what we did, and Lisa says from Log Cabin that I stole the idea, but I don't think it's stealing because I came up with the original idea. So I redid my own idea. What we did there a few weeks ago was with the quilts. We each picked out the same pattern and picked out different colors. What the three of us did is the same thing, but we did it with the Tourist Tote bag. So before we get into all of like color theory and all that kind of stuff, I'm going to have Barb and Marlene come over, show you their bags, give you a little insight into why they picked what they picked. And what we also did was we each picked out a diva frame to make a matching diva wallet, because the Tourist Tote bag doesn't have hardware, and sometimes hardware colors, people don't know what color would go or what color they want to pick. So I'm going to have, they're wearing signs, by the way, I'm going to have Miss Ding with her sign and her hat come up first, talk about her bag. Guys, this is Marlene, and then Barb's going to do hers, and then I'll show you mine, and I'll talk about color. So, yes, get your mic. She's not used to it.
Clip it.
Yeah.
Barb's stuck.
Set me free.
Hello, ding dong.
And please
Down your neck.
tell us about your signs.
Is that good?
Come
Is it
on
gonna
over.
follow me?
Take it
Come
easy.
on over.
Okay.
Tell everybody.
So needy.
Say hi.
Hi, everybody.
Lovely hat.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm Ding.
You're Jing. And tell us again where this started. I've already told them a long time ago.
My husband always referred to Barb and I as Ding and Dong, so we thought it would be kind of nice to make our little bells. Come here, Barb.
Oh, yes. Go.
That say, come here, Ding and Dong. And we still think there should be a so-along with Ding and Dong, by the way.
There might be a so long with Ding and Dong before you know it. So what did you pick out
For
Ding?
my tourist tote, I picked out the canvas with the pale green cork.
Nice.
And this is totally out of my box.
This is very different for you. I
It's
did
out of
not
my
expect
box.
that from you.
Yeah,
So what'd you
totally.
pick first?
First, I picked the canvas fabric.
Okay. So
And then I
why
put some-
did you pick the light cork?
I played with put some different colors with it, and when I put the pale green next to it, I went, ooh, and that was like, that's it. That's
it.
what I'm going to use. And it's got some gold in here. I don't know if you can see if it's gold, a little bit sparkly and
A
gold.
little bit. It picks up a little bit.
Kind of like me, sparkly and and shiny, like me.
Sparkly,
Yeah.
like Marlene. So you make your Diva wallet. What color frame did you pick?
I picked a gold embossed frame because it kind of goes with the
Nice.
gold.
So this is outside of your normal range.
Yes, it is.
If you were making this for yourself and this wasn't for something we had put together, what color do you think you would have gone with? Or would you have not even picked that canvas?
I probably wouldn't have picked that canvas because I tend to go to purple or dark red or something like that.
Yes, because your Lucy bag is like burgundy,
Burgundy,
and
yeah,
dark.
yep.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is very different
So it's
for
very
you.
different for me. But a while back, like the pale green was flying off the shelves, and we were like, "What are people using that for?" And well,
Why
there
did
go, it's
you
right there.
not do a contrast for your handles?
I don't know. I just didn't feel like
Didn't
it.
feel like it? See? Sometimes it's totally fine.
And then inside, I just used the beige because I'm not one for fancy insides. I like it kind of.
Perfect.
I like it lighter because I find when they're dark, you can't see very well, and I just don't kind of go for the prints too much inside.
Awesome.
So that was mine.
Very good. Thank
you.
you. And we are going to kit these just so that you guys know. All right, Dong.
Dong, here, wait a minute. Let me get your microphone.
Dong is getting the microphone. She's coming on over. And she's going to tell us, and let me tell you, this is not outside of her wheelhouse because I already
Yes, it is.
could have imagined that she would go in this color.
Why?
range.
Because everything comes together?
No, because it's blue.
Oh my God, even my shirt.
Okay,
This
tell
is
us your
mine.
process.
I just like the Tula measuring tape fabric. And I like blue, obviously. Blue, blue-green, lime,
So
whatever
you
you
use
want
the
to call
royal
it.
blue.
So I use the royal blue cork.
And what's your handle made out of?
Cork. It's a lovely cork handle. So easy to work with.
There you
It really
go.
is. It's very nice.
And what's inside?
And inside, I have some more Tula, and I forget what this one is called.
Oh boy. Oh, here it is. I can tell you. It's busy fingers.
Busy Fingers
It always
is
reminds me of
inside.
sign language, and I
So-
know that that's not what it's supposed to
No,
be.
I know. But this is in hopes of being able to do retreats again. So it could be a
Yes.
wonderful retreat bag. Hopefully, one day.
And what color frame did you pick?
I picked a silver frame.
Any reason why? Because you don't have any metallic in your bag.
No, but I was between silver and gunmetal because I like the cooler colors, and I just thought silver would be nice.
Perfect. All right. So now it's my turn.
Your turn.
And here's mine, among other things. So this is mine, and I can't really say that anything is outside of my comfort zone because I don't think I have a comfort zone. So what I picked was one of our new canvases that I hadn't played with yet, and I'm going to show you some of the corks that didn't make the cut. I did the chocolate brown on mine. The reason is I wanted something that wasn't expected. So when I was looking for colors, I feel like the obvious choices were the discontinued peach. Why did they have to discontinue it? Because
Yeah.
it would have been a perfect match. Something in the black range because this is a black background. So I could have gone black, I could have gone the black fleck, I could have gone black and silver, black and gold, and those are all fine. They blend nicely, it makes a nice bag. I don't have an issue with those. If I wanted to do something with a pop of color, I was looking at the lime green. That totally changes the bag.
Yep.
But I wanted something I wanted something that was going to be a little bit more subdued, not necessarily fall. A lot of people will say, like, I made like a fall bag or a winter bag. I carry my bags until they fall apart, so I don't have a seasonal bag kind of thing. But I wanted something that was elegant, but a little bit different, and something about the brown and like the caramel and the rust cork, all of those in that brown zone, they kind of remind me of leather, and this just looked like a piece of leather on here. For the handles, I was actually debating on one of the Tula Pink little prints. It's a little green and like a yellow print, which matched perfectly, but it didn't make my bag have that elegant feeling that I wanted, that nice, simple. I wanted it to really let this stand out. And I felt like with a print on the handle, it kind of took away from the canvas itself. Like Marlene was saying on hers, how she matched, I could have done that too, which would have been absolutely fine. I wanted a little bit of color, but I wanted it to be toned down. So I went with the olive Robert Kaufman, which I don't know what it is about this color. I feel like it goes with everything. I've used it a whole bunch. I actually just ordered another bolt, but I wanted something nice and simple. And when I do something kind of classic outside, I go a little bit more bold inside. I went with one of my prints from Gypsy. Yes, from Gypsy. And it has the colors that are in here, but not necessarily the same feel. And I'm fine with that. I don't care that this is, you know, that soft kind of painting kind of a look, and this is bold, slightly obnoxious floral. I don't mind mixing them together. Well, this is very like, wah, in your face.
It's different.
And
yeah,
that's something that I think sometimes people are afraid of, is that like, I don't know how to mix prints. The only qualification for this, I wanted something light, because like Marlene said, I don't like dark insides. When I used to make bags and people would say they wanted a black lining, I would cringe and I would try everything to convince them not to do that. I lose everything. And I wanted something that had some of the colors. This has the green, it has the peach, but it also has purple. There's no purple in here. It doesn't have to be an exact match. I'm not a matchy-matchy person. When it came to hardware, I picked the rose gold because the rose gold has a peachiness to it, and I thought it looked really pretty. So if I do a wallet, and I would do this on the outside, and I might mix up both of my other colors inside. I might even do cork outside. I don't know, but I thought that kind of mixed both, you know, well with all of that. So that was kind of my thinking. So same bag, all different looks, and I have more. So these are just the ones that we did. And I'm going to kit all of these if any of you want any of those. And I will kit Barb's with the cork handles. So you'll have that cork to play with.
Can you just remind them what interfacing that you used?
Decor bond. And on mine, on the canvas, I used Decor Bond inside, and on the canvas I tried the Decoville because I hadn't used it on canvas yet, and I had only done it on the lining of something else, and I really liked it on here. It worked really nicely. I'm trying not to use a lot of the Decoville because I'm really scared of it selling out with the manufacturer and not being able to stock it, and right now we have a good supply, so I didn't use a ton of it, and I do not put it in the kits just because, again, I'm afraid it's going to run out. So Decor Bond for everything. But I also have a few more Tourist Tote bags, and I think it helps when you can see the same bag with different colors. These are kits that are already on the website. This is the Juniper bag. So this one, I just pulled the coral, the nice salmon colored cork out of the print. I matched it with my fabric. It was just kind of a coincidence that they match, and I made my handles wider. These are 1.25 inches or 1.5 inches. You can always adjust that size too and make things more personal. Remember that. So there's another Tourist. This one, just like with what Marlene did, I used the same fabric as the handle because on this one with the Tula Pink sewing machines, I didn't want to lose the machines. And I felt like all the coordinates that went with this were going to take away from the machine. So I just went with the same print. I don't care that it's directional and that the machines technically are sideways. It's just handles. If that bothers you, that's okay, but it does not bother me, so that's why I did that one. For this one, a lot of the blues and greens matched really nicely, but I went with pink because I wanted a contrast. I wanted to pop a color with all the mint going on here. And then inside, I just, again, went with cream and a little bit of the pink. I don't care if my inside and my outside match, and I have a really good example to show you about, to show you that in a second too. And then this one, you guys have also seen. This is, again, with the canvas on top. Sorry, my bags they've been in a pile. I did a pop of color with the gold, and then I put the handles on there too, and I did the same fabric inside. So I didn't want to pick a third or fourth fabric. So I just used the same one. You can always use less fabrics. Sometimes using more can be more challenging, and if you're still uncomfortable with picking them, go with less. If there's 2 fabrics and you're like, I love these 2, these I'm comfortable with, then go with those 2. Don't feel like I have to pick a third, I have to pick a fourth. Marlene didn't, and her inside was very similar to the outside. I didn't on that one. Barb picked 3 and the cork, or 2 and the cork. It's up to you. It depends on what you want. So let's talk a little bit about color theory in general. I have, it's 4 pages of notes. I'm not going to read all of them. This was from a color theory workshop that I did at, oh God, I don't know, the last time I left my house. But if you want all of these notes, which a lot of them are geared towards quilting a little bit more than bag making, but it works for everything. If you want a copy of these, I will email them to you. Just send me an email and ask. I don't put this on the website because it was many hours of my work and college. And I don't like to put all of that information out there for the entire world, but I will send it to you if you want a copy. So the first thing that I just want to tell you guys, and I think Charlie and some of the other people on the group kind of touch base on this too, you are doing it right. That is number one that you have to get in, you have to get that in your brain. You are doing it right. You're not making ugly bags. You're not doing it wrong. You're not picking your colors incorrectly. And I feel like sometimes we're so hard on ourselves and we're so quick to say, I'm terrible at that. You're not terrible at it. If you're happy, if you like how it looks, then you did it right. If you're not happy and you want some assistance, then that's what we're going to talk about today. But don't beat yourself up because you are doing it correct. Barb and Marlene might not even like each other's bags. Does that matter? No, it doesn't. They might love them. They might get inspired by the other person's bag. You don't have to love everything, and not everybody has to love what you do. You have to like it. And that's, I think, a really important thing that we have to remember. I hear all the time, well, I don't anymore because I don't go anywhere, but I used to hear all the time, your stuff is so pretty. You do such a nice job putting colors together. I don't think I do anything that special, but I'll give you some tips as to what I do today. So make sure that you are happy, you are doing it right. That's my number one tip. I'm just going to go over a couple of quick little color theory things that might help you, like some little real basic kind of stuff that you may or may not know, and it might help you when you're picking stuff. The first thing, and I think we all probably know this, is your primary colors. Your red, your yellow, and blue. Those 3 colors are what every single color is made from. So keep that in mind, that one of those colors or more is in every color that you're already using. So that kind of helps you when you're trying to pick things. From there, you have your secondary colors, your orange, green, and violet. Mix 2 of the basics together, you get one of your secondary. Real basic. I think we all learned this probably in grade school, but it's good to refresh sometimes. I asked my husband one day if he knew what the primary colors were. He did not. Black. He doesn't need to know. Black.
That's
Eric's primary color is black. So he doesn't need to know, but if he wanted to know, I wanted to see if he did. He did not. That's okay. That's up to him. And then from there, you get tertiary color. And a tertiary color just means that you mixed one of your primaries, one of your secondaries together. This comes in a lot, and this is something that you may have heard or maybe not understood fully. When someone is talking about a color and they're like, I need a blue purple. I need more of a red purple. The best example I have are the grape and the iris cork. This is a blue purple. There's much more blue mixed into this than there is red. This is a red purple. It has a lot more red. So it picks up more on the warm side, a lot more red in it. It's going to be warmer, like your warm colors, which equal fire. Your reds, your yellows, your oranges. This is more, what Marlene goes towards is the warmer colors. Barb goes more towards cools. This has more blue. This is more your blues and your greens and some of your other purples. So sometimes knowing which one you're looking for can help. Do I want a red purple or a blue purple? Even red, even your basic colors can be a blue red or an orangey red. And I think about that a lot, I'm sorry, with makeup. Because you hear a lot of people say, red lipstick's hard to wear. Well, if you have a blue red, it looks better on you than an orange red. You know, and it depends on your coloring. We're not going to get into that today.
For the makeup tutorial.
Marlene wants a makeup tutorial one of these days. I can show you how I did my spider web yesterday.
I liked that yesterday.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I just said it, but we'll say it again. Your warm colors and your cool colors. Sometimes sticking with those can help you to put something together because you know it's going to have a nice vibe to it. It's not going to be too in your face. If you stick with all warms and you put reds and oranges and pinks and yellows and golds together, it's going to be very soothing compared to red with blue. You're going to get all that contrast. If you pick your cool colors, you stick with blues, greens, aquas, navies, purples, that's going to keep it, you know, also soothing. That's a great way to go. If you pick out a fabric like this one right here, this, they call it navy. I did not name it that. No. It's technically a dark blue-green in the background. So in picking this color cork, it really just, it blends. It doesn't add, the cork isn't the star of the show here. You really see all the colors here, but it kind of fades into here. Now, what did I do here? I had another bag. Maybe I didn't. Nope, I'm lying. It was a different fabric. If I picked out, oh yes I do. It's one of the new kits. On this one, same fabric,
oh, yeah.
I went with the pearl blue.
That looks pretty.
It's a huge difference. And imagine this bag with this on the bottom. It changes the feel of the bag because even though this is still in the cool family, it's still keeping in the blues and greens, it's a different tone, so it really pops. So that right there is two ways that you can make the same fabric look different. And I have another example of that too, which I want to show you right here. So this is the other Rifle Paper Company canvas that I absolutely love. This one is kind of a peachy, pinky, nude kind of background. It depends on what you put next to it. So I don't know how it'll pick up on camera. I did this backpack, I used the natural. So it's very soft. It's, again, the cork is not standing out. The fabric is, I think what you see, the cork is just kind of part of the bag. Then I made this Lucy. And Barb does not like this one. See, and that's okay. It's growing on her. But again, not every color is for everyone, and that's okay.
You like it?
This Lucy, she doesn't love the olive and the rose gold.
Yeah.
I pulled the olive out to get contrast.
I mean, it looks good.
I
like it together, but it's not something I like.
And that's fine. And I'm not offended. And no, none of you should be either. It's just, again, we all have different things that we like. Marlene and I love purple to an unhealthy extent. Barb likes purple, it's fine, but she's not like, ooh, but she loves aqua. I like aqua too, but if I have a choice, I'm going with purple. So on this one, I pulled the olive green out and got a real contrast because I have a dark and a light, and I have a cool color, and I have a warm palette. And I put this here. This, to me, the fabric is not the star of this bag. I see a lot of cork, and I see a little bit of fabric and a little bit of rose gold. Where here, I feel like this bag is all about the fabric. Same fabric, two different looks. And again, it's just a matter of what you like. If Barb picked out that canvas, she's not going to pick out the olive green. Marlene probably isn't either. I picked it out because I love, there's something about green and pink together. Maybe it's a Christmas thing, play off I don't know what it is, but I love that. And why do I like green and pink together? Why do I like that contrast? Because they are complementary colors. Yes, we're going back to our educational part.
Can you just remind people how cork wears on the bottom of a bag?
Cork wears like a leather or a high quality vinyl. It's very easy to sew, very easy to work with. It wears really well. It's not indestructible. It's not titanium, but it is going to give a lot more lifetime to your bag than cotton is. So especially on handles and on the bottom, you're going to get a lot longer life out of your bag. Canvas is a little bit heavier than quilter's cotton, so you're going to get a little bit more life out of that, but not as much as cork. So I hope that.
Yep.
Okay. So let's also talk real quick.
Before you start.
Yeah.
How do you clean cork?
Hand wash it, wipe it clean. You can treat it like any other piece of fabric. You're not going to hurt it. I iron it. You're not going to hurt it. I have put it in the washing machine. Right. I would not recommend that you do. Don't do that. I wanted to see if it fell apart. It did not. So if I can't destroy it in a washing machine, you can hand wash it and wipe it clean. And I've used Windex on it and baby wipes. just because I wanted to know. And it's fine.
I ironed the heck out of it last night.
You have to, trying to do all that.
With a clapper. I used the
Last
clapper.
night. Last night she made her bag.
Oh.
I made mine on Wednesday.
I made mine on Wednesday too.
So
I
there.
made mine at 8 o'clock last night.
I was wondering on Wednesday if I was going to get it done, and I was like, I'm the one that started this. I have to get the bag done. Okay, so let's rewind for just a second, and I'll show you some more samples. Again, let's go back to some of the color schemes. If you're trying to branch out of what you know and what you're comfortable with, and you want to try to mix it up, complementary colors. Those are the ones that are directly opposite on the color wheel. Your red and your green. I have green eyes. If I wear anything around my eye that is like red or orange or anything, and that even pink sometimes, my eyes look way greener. If I pick other colors, it depends on what it is. Sometimes they pick up, sometimes they don't. So if you're trying to really complement something and you want a pop of color, you want wow, just like the bag I just showed you, and just like the Tourist Tote bag in the Tula, all green on top with pink on the bottom. Just because the complement is red, it doesn't have to be red. It doesn't have to be Christmas. You can do green family and red family. I picked mint and fuchsia. I picked olive and blush. So you can go, you can mix it up. It's not a rule. It's just a way to kind of think if you want to give your bag some interest and you want some definition. Blue, I lost my train of thought. Blue and orange. So again, like I was doing here, I have my peach and navy. I have peach here and I have navy. And actually, when I was home,
That's pretty.
I had planned on using the navy on the other bag and using the pearl blue on this bag, which in the office I really liked. And I got home and I had made the handles. I made both of them and I held them up and I was like, oh, it wasn't this one with the pearl blue. Barb is shaking her head and I'm ignoring her. It wasn't that I didn't like the pearl blue with this. I didn't think I liked the pearl blue with the other one. I didn't think that it was going to go, but it did, because that to me is not the same color. But again, I don't care if it matches exactly. So I mixed the handle up at the last minute and I'm super happy. I think it looks even better with the navy. And then yellow and purple. So I have a bag right here. This one is one of Tula's old All-Stars prints. There is purple in here, but there's a lot of reds and yellows and oranges and pinks, so it's got that fire, that warm tone to it. I went with the cool purple. I did not go with the grape, which I didn't love with this, even though it kind of blends in. I wanted pop, so I wanted my purple with my yellow to get that complementary color scheme, and I also wanted to just really emphasize the difference in the colors. If I had picked the candy apple red or the mustard, it would be a totally different bag. And that might appeal to you. I wanted contrast. I tend to go more with contrast than anything else. What do you think in your bags?
Yeah.
Do you like contrast or you like to blend?
No, I usually contrast.
I think it depends.
Depends.
For me, yeah.
And it depends on the fabric, and things change even after you have a plan. This bag that I showed you back in September, I did not plan on the copper penny. That was not my plan. I didn't want to do navy because the navy was not a good match because it wasn't an exact match. And this is one of those times where I break my own rule. If it's right next to it and it's going to look like I tried hard and I failed, I won't put it there. Our navy is too black next to this. It looked kind of blah. And it didn't really stand out much. I tried the greens. The greens didn't do anything for me. And then I ended up with this color right here, which is either the rose gold or the petal pink. It was really pretty. That was what I decided on. And for some reason, there's a tiny bit of brown in here. I walked over and grabbed the copper penny and I fell in love. It was not my plan. And I even took the both to the retreat thinking I could change my mind. Somebody could look at this and make me change my mind when they say, oh, the pink is pretty. The brown, and everybody said that's the right color. And I love this. Again, this would be a different bag if it had pink, and I would not have used rose gold hardware. The rose gold hardware and the rose gold cork are not the same. This looks very orange next to pink. So I would have changed this entire bag. It probably would have had silver, maybe gunmetal, would not have had rose gold. And I knew I wanted to use the rose gold. I liked how it looked on here. So once I put it next to the pink, I was like, that's out. It's not going to work. So sometimes it's the thing that you don't expect. It's the color that in your head you're like, I would never use brown. I don't like brown. Try the brown. You just never know. And this one again, I use that olive inside. I wanted to keep this entire bag soft and not too bold. I didn't want a bold print inside. I wanted to keep it really soft, and I wanted to use a little bit of the rose gold in here. And some of the prints don't work well with the rose gold because you got to get that right pink. And I didn't have it, so I went with the green.
Perfect.
And this is one of my favorite bags. Yeah. So, okay, this is one of the ones. Mar, where's your tourist? There, it's behind me. Okay.
It's buried.
It's buried in the pile here. Okay, so I wanted to also hold these next to each other because, again, one color changes the entire bag. So this one, when I was picking out my Lola, I never even thought about this color. I never auditioned it. I tried every blue and gray that we had. I don't know why I never went to this, and now I'm like, well, why didn't you go to that? This one is green, but next to this, which has blue in it, it picks up more blue. Things change colors when you put them next to each other. And I told you guys this last week when we were talking about the thread. The teal Aurifil thread doesn't look teal. It looks gray, but next to the teal, it's teal. So don't dismiss something because you think that it's not going to match. On my Lola, I use the gray metallic fleck. And Marlene could have done that too. She could have put dark on the bottom. And imagine how different both of these would look if we switched that. So she picked gold because this has gold in it. I actually put silver hardware with this, which is very unusual for me because this had silver in it. I mixed my metals. And I literally just said to them in the other office, I don't mix metals in bags. I lied. I do. Because that's okay. You're allowed to do that. I have already told all of you that I was a weird kid. I remember very vividly, I was in all of 5th grade maybe, when bangles were the thing. You wanted to wear all the bangles. My belt buckle was gold and my bangles were silver, and I asked my mom if I was allowed to mix and match them at like 10 years old. Yeah, I was special all the way back then. You know, it is what it is. So
You're special, all right.
I am very special. So since we've been talking about Tula Pink and her new line so much, which is the black and white with the pop of color, that's also a really great one to do. Now me, because I've told you guys a million times I don't like red, I'm not a red fan, I don't typically do black and white with red. That's a very common color scheme. Not for me. I would rather go off the grid and pick aqua, lime, fuchsia, purple, whatever I want. I don't tend to go with red. And if you noticed in Tula's line, there is no red. She rarely ever uses red. She starts with pink as the beginning of her rainbow. Maybe that's why I like her so much. I don't know. But black and white, I consider this kind of in that black and white zone. Black printed cork, and I'm sorry, this poor Kaylee was under the table. She's a little mutilated. I did not want to go with black. It would have been a pretty bag, but I didn't want to do black. I didn't want to do red. I auditioned a bunch of colors, and I went with the blue-green. It's black and white or black and natural. You can mix anything that you want. Again, this bag would have been a very different bag with a different color here and different hardware. So that's a fun scheme to do. You have the Tula Pink fabric to inspire you right now. So that's one that I like to do. And here we go.
What's the name of the bag with the brown cork on the bottom? I believe
Harper.
The Harper.
And it's the Harper Junior, I call it. It's the file that you can,
right? Yeah.
yes, it's the file you can get on the group, but it is the Harper bag, and we do have that kitted. Here's another Harper bag, and this one, yes, this is very bold. There's a lot going on, but what makes this work is that all of these are the same tone. So when you think of tone, if you look at something and it's all pastels. Pastels, I always think of children and baby things, you know, nursery, soft colors. These are all jewel tones. You can mix batiks, you know, you can mix grays, you can pick different tones. And for this one, I picked all these jewel tones and I just randomly pieced it. And I kept it kind of, you know, grounded with all the black, because the black is nice and deep and it kind of pulls all those together, lets them stand out, lets them pop. And I did black on the back. So again, this is my black and white with my pop of color, but just done my way. So there's that one. Let me see what else. Oh, again, 2 bags, Same fabric, different cork. And I'll see, I already know, but I'll see which one the ladies like better. This is my juniper print with the lime green, okay? So this is another Lucy, this is the lime, and then the main print from juniper. And then we have this version of it. So even though they're both cool schemes, all purples and greens, this one is not about the fabric. This one, to me, all I see is lime green. Where this one, I think the fabric really stands out because of the soft purple. So which color scheme do you like?
Purple.
Purple.
Barb even voted for purple,
I did.
see? This is the bag that Marlene wants to take
That's my
home.
second choice after aqua.
So,
Aqua then purple.
oh, see, I did not know that. I did not know
Actually,
that.
aqua and then lavender, not really purple.
Okay,
Purple.
see? And that's
Like
fine. So this is a good.
That's a good. Yeah.
Marlene can pull off the bright jewel tones because of her pretty skin tone. I cannot. It's not my thing. I look, but Sheila, you look really good with like the bright jewel tones. Me,
It's that gray
depends.
hair.
It's my beautiful witch hair.
It's your
Witch hair.
Witch hair, don't care.
Yeah.
Which hair don't care. I don't know if you saw her shirt. I don't know if you saw my shirt. It's Halloween. It's Michael Myers, who my sister told me he's not very attractive. And I was like, he's not supposed to be. He murders people. So, you know, he doesn't need to be like, you know, I don't need Brad Pitt breaking in here. I'd be like, go ahead. Kill me if you want to.
Make it
you
fun.
know,
Yeah.
I'm going to run from him. That's all I'm saying. Sometimes my sister's funny. So let me see. I had a couple other things. Okay. When in doubt, when you are doubting yourself, kind of, and not that I'm saying she was, but along the lines of what Barb did with her Tourist Tote bag, pick from the same designer. Pick from the same designer's collection. When you do that, you're getting stuff that designer has already put together for you. She's already done the work for you. Barb's outside and lining are both from Homemade. You know that they're going to work together. Plus, it's Tula Pink. Don't do it. So
comes
you know that it's
trouble.
going to work. Are you? Oh
Here
boy!
comes
Do not
trouble.
step on the bags.
You could pick up
Eric
the
is
bags.
here. Eric is here wearing his second favorite color.
Brown.
Don't step on the bags.
I'm gonna trade you that for that.
That's
It's same size. Do you have that? I have. Is this Tula Pink?
it is.
Is that for me, Eric?
She's got some vintage Tula Pink.
Get out.
That was worth a lot of money, and I might put it online.
Get out. He won't because he doesn't know how. You're stepping on my stuff. Okay, now that he's got me all distracted. Oh, for crying out loud. Okay.
He's got his Halloween colors.
He
on
does
today.
have his Halloween without even trying. Bye, pumpkin.
Eric.
I had something else I wanted to tell you, and I don't remember what it was. So I'll just show you a bag because I don't remember.
We also sell Renegade Race Fuel here.
Get it.
Racers who win, pour it in. What's in your can is our motto. So
That's my color, the
it's
purple hair.
Halloween color. Easy. Don't hurt me. We're on video.
Go. Go.
I love you.
I love you too.
I think you're a funny guy, Eric.
No, they don't. Don't encourage
2 minutes
him.
of fame.
Hi, Eric. Bleh. All right. Can
FTR Truck and Auto, where you can buy fabric and get your oil changed.
get out. Get out. Get out. I am working.
That's on video.
I know.
That's kind of true, though.
It is.
What are you? Whose side are you on?
Oops, I better be quiet, right,
Oh,
Eric?
I'll hire you.
I quit. I quit. It's yours.
I don't want it.
Can we talk about bags now?
Oh, yeah. That is a beautiful bag. I love
Thank
that.
you.
I take that one home.
I think it's beautiful too. This bag,
You didn't answer my question.
I'm ignoring you now. I get a lot of compliments on this bag, but what you all might not know is what's inside of it. So on the outside, she's elegant. She's black and white. My pop of color was the rose gold. I showed you in a few videos ago when our electric was out, when I was at the quilt shop. There's another version of this at Log Cabin that has brass hardware. I like it. I made it. I think it's really pretty. But I'm a rose gold person, and the rose gold just popped for me. So this is my black and white with my color. What you don't know is what's inside of this, and it is monkeys. because
Oh, no.
it's elegant outside, it's monkeys inside. Because why not? Why not? This is so simple and pretty. Why can't I have
is.
monkeys inside?
You can.
And in the group, and I hope I remember who it is, was it Lori? Oh, geez. I'm sorry if it's wrong. I feel like it was one of the Loris, made this bag with the royal blue, the pearl blue, and the silver. I like blue. I just never put those together. I never thought royal blue and pearl blue. And I think Diana also liked it and made one herself. It was so elegant. It was very icy and kind of cold, but like in a good way,
pretty,
with the
yeah.
silver and the
Really
icy
pretty.
blue. I don't remember what the lining was, but I think it might have been batik. I could be totally wrong. But just imagine this bag in the colors that make you happy. I could do it all in purple if I wanted to. I can put a print up here and put a color down here. Bag making, you guys know, it's what makes you happy. It's what is going to make you love the bag. We don't have to love it. You have to love it.
What's
Yes.
the name of that bag? The black and
Ellie.
white one?
This is
That's
the Ellie bag. And I have several samples of this. Actually, Mark, will you grab the Tula Pink one? So this one, very different feel with the long icicles, really
Gosh,
simple
yeah.
black and white. Here's another one,
Oh, God, it looks totally different.
totally different bag. This was all the same collection, here and here. I mixed my prints because I can do whatever I want. They're from the same collection, so I knew the colors matched.
Where's that?
Inside is more of that same collection and different hardware. So, are you?
I don't know what this.
Oh, it's the charger for the
Make sure she
computer.
didn't unplug something.
Same bag, two totally different looks.
Ooh, Nancy Casso says red and black.
Red and black.
Do it in red and black.
And red and black is a great combination. Janome loves red and black. Every time I see Janome people, they're always dressed in red and black. I just don't like red. I can't get on board with red. It just doesn't make me happy.
Do not have any.
I don't. I avoid
I'm gonna
red
have
like
to
the
make you something
plague.
that's got red in it.
I have some red because I have to, but
red one with the.
I do have an Alice that has red and black.
That's
it's,
it.
You know, it's just. I was talking to my husband the other day, and you ever have just something, and it's something silly, like a word or a color or something that just doesn't do it for you? Red, and the worst part is I actually look good in red, but I don't wear it because I just don't like it. And it was my grandmother's favorite color, and I'm like, I'm sorry, Grandma, I don't like red. I want to, and maybe I'll come around. I didn't like blue for a long time. But
Really?
now, I know, I
Who
just...
doesn't like blue?
Exactly.
My goodness.
So, I think I've showed you the entire mess that I've made here. So let me see if there's anything else I wanted to tell you. I told you all that. And, oh, there is one other thing. And I would say this probably applies more to quilting, but it definitely, I've seen it in bags too. And I just like to kind of, just one of those things. I hear this all the time. When somebody gets a very, very bold fabric, something like this one, something super, super bold, and I want to use this fabric, but it's so bold and it's so busy, it's got so many colors, I want to tone it down. I want to tone it down with a really small print or a, and that was not the look I was going for here. I was going for obnoxious, which I think I've achieved. I was not trying to tone anything down, but I hear it a lot where someone says, I want to use this, but I have to tone it down. It's so big, I want to use a small print. I want to pull one of the colors out. And I just want to explain why that doesn't always give you the look that you're looking for. And the best way that I can explain it is this. We all have that loud friend. I might be your loud friend. Marlene. But depends
Marlene's
on,
my
if
loud
Marlene's
friend.
not here, then it's me. You have
true.
that one friend that's loud. And you bring her to a house full of very quiet people. How much louder does Marlene sound? You know where I'm going here? You have that one person that's just bold and talks and is, and very, animated. You put them with very quiet people, they seem quieter and she seems louder. So if we take Marlene, we're just going to use her because I'm picking on her, she's right here, and we bring her to a group like us. Barb's not that quiet. You all know that. She's quieter than us, but she's not that quiet. I am not quiet. mix in a few, few people that are like medium quiet, maybe a couple quiet ones. We don't stand out so much. So if you're looking to tone something down, the best way to tone it down is to actually put other bold things next to it, and then some other things that are a little quiet. When you take that stark contrast of black and white, you're not quieting anything down. And again, it applies more in quilts. I'll see somebody pull a print like that, and they want to put this whole quilt together, and they're like, I'm going to do a white background and just a little bit of blue and a little bit of green. It'll quiet this fabric down. And when you look at that quilt, excuse me, I'm talking. The only thing that you see is that bold fabric. So just kind of keep that in mind. Sometimes our vision of toning things down is not how it translates. And that, I think, is all I wanted to say. I guess you were right, Barb. I had more to say than I thought I was nervous for today that I wouldn't have enough information to give you guys.
You can always find enough to talk about.
Do you think that you learned something? Do you feel a little bit better about making some choices on bags? I hope so. Oh, and since it's in front of me, I'm looking at hardware. One other thing that when we talked about this like a few minutes ago, when it comes to hardware, don't overthink it, because sometimes I see people and they're like, oh, do I use silver? Do I use gunmetal? I don't know what color to use. If you're debating between a bunch of colors, it's because they all will probably work. The only time that it can be a little, kind of be careful with it, the rainbow, obviously. The rainbow hardware is very bold. It's not going to look good with everything. And if it is on something super bold and wild and crazy, you're going to lose it a little bit. And I like when my hardware stands out. That's just a personal choice. I don't want my hardware to get lost in the bag. I want it to be a punch of color. I want it to be like a focal point on the bag. And the rose gold, I don't use on everything. I love the rose gold. It's probably one of my favorites at the moment. But because, again, it's kind of peachy, I'm very careful. I don't use it on a lot of other pinks, but I kind of, I'm kind of careful with that. The golds, the brass, the silver, the gunmetal, you're not making a wrong decision. If you look at a bag and you love silver, use silver. If you like brass, use brass. So I don't think the color of the hardware always makes as much of a difference. I think sometimes we overthink that because we've overthought every step of the color selection, and now we're like, oh, it's the last thing, and I have to pick out my swivel hooks and my D-rings. Oh God, I don't know what color. You're gonna be fine. So
One of each.
Mix it up. Go crazy. Make people think that you're a lunatic. They'll never talk to you again. And that was my TED Talk. Thank you for joining me. So if you do want all of these notes, if you're interested in all of my color theory notes, which get more into depth into color theory, send me an email. Don't leave it here. I will forget you. And I also will probably spell your email wrong. Send me an email. Ask me for the notes. I'll email them to you. Other than that, the sale has started. Go ahead and coupon away. And it's not one per person. If you want to place 6 orders between now and the end of November, by all means, go ahead. I got to keep these knuckleheads busy.
We have the best boss.
Ding and dong.
Ding and dong. Other than that, I'm just hoping that we get some new stuff in soon because I'm impatient. And I think that's it. I think we covered everything.
No,
we have a question. Yay! I love questions.
Is that Ellie bag made out of all cork?
The Ellie bag is totally up to you. This one is all cork. This one is all fabric. Or you can mix and match. I also...
Just cork on the outside.
Only on the outside. Cork, with the exception of the ginger wallet, cork is an outside thing, not an inside thing. I don't want to spend that kind of money on pretty stuff and put it inside. I'd rather have my fabric inside, plus it's going to be way too stiff and hard. So cork is only on the outside. Some bags call for just cork. Some bags, like Ellie, have different options. There is a picture on the website somewhere that has wool on top. There are ones that have canvas on top. You can mix and match on that. But the black and white is all cork.
I think that's it.
Is that it?
I think so.
Okay. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 11 for our final drawing. And then the 30 days of giveaways is all done until we decide to do another one. I don't know when. Probably sometime next year. I'm not in any hurry right now. I want to make my Christmas presents and make my swap gift that I haven't started on yet. Sorry, partner. And I don't think Barb started on hers either. No. She didn't. And Connie Wow, you outdid yourself. If you guys are in the
Yes.
group and you haven't checked, go look at Joanne Evans' post of what Connie made for her.
Yeah.
I know Joanne
was
personally.
awesome.
I know how much she loves purple. You could not have picked a better combination, Connie. You blew it out of, like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, I'm overwhelmed now. I'm
oh
making
gosh,
more
what am I doing
decisions.
now?
Yes, so awesome. I cannot wait to see. And
She set the bar high.
she set the bar very high. If you get your swap gift, unless your swap partner asks you not to, which I don't know why they would, but please post it in the group. We all want to see it. We all want to ooh and ah and be jealous of what you have. So that's it. I think that's it. Do you guys want to say goodbye?
Goodbye, guys. See you next week, and happy Halloween.
Yes, I will see you in November, but I will see you quick tomorrow. Remember, tomorrow is like my day of worship. So I will be watching horror movies all day in my PJs, but I will see you at 11. One more drawing, and that's it. Call it a day. You ready, Barb? Hit that button, Barb.
Button.
Bye.
Bye, guys.